All right, you guys, it is 6 o'clock. So today we are going to have a Tabata class, which means that it is going to be, we're going to be moving pretty quickly. Let me turn this down a little bit here. We're going to be moving pretty quickly. So I want you guys to grab your weights. You're going to need 2 light weights. So something like 10 pounds or maybe like 7 pounds, maybe 5 pounds, but something on the lighter side, and then something that is medium weight. And that's all you're going to need. So just 2 and 2. The timing is 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. So we're going to be working through 6 blocks. Each block is a total of 4 minutes long, and then we're going to have a 1-minute break. But during that 4 minutes, we're going to be working 2 exercises, alternating between the 2. And it's going to be a pretty quick transition. So just make sure you have your weights pretty close to you. And then during that 1-minute break, when I'm demoing the next exercise, make sure you guys grab a drink of water and get set up pretty quickly for that next exercise. So we'll go ahead, we'll get started. We'll have that 3-minute warm up, and then we'll go right into that first demo block. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it'll be fun. I think I'm going to be sweating my butt off today because I'm in that transitional phase where I don't have my air conditioner in here. So hopefully I'm not going to just melt on the floor, but I know we'll have a good time. So that's really all that matters. So we'll go ahead and get started with our normal warm up here. We're going to start with just some body weight squats. So we want to make sure that we are using our arms, making sure that we are getting a lot of movement here. We want to get nice and warmed up. Keep going, keep going. And then we're going to go ahead and hinge at the hips here. So hinge down, reach down for those shins, squat, right arm, left arm, and stand. Nice job, you guys. One more here. And then we're going to go into those side lunges. So just sitting back in your hip. Again, just using your arms. And then we'll reach over across our body. Nice job. We're going to go into a reverse lunge. You're going to twist to the side of that front leg. Nice job. We're about halfway through this warm up. All right, we're going to do a couple of shoulder rolls here. And then reverse those. And then big arm circles here. Reverse that. Nice job. We're going to go down into that plank walkout. Hinge at the hip. Walk it down. Bring that right leg up. Twist, rotate, and reach for the ceiling. Come on, back up. Down, and then left side, same thing. You guys know the routine here. All right, guys, come on up. We have about 25 more seconds. We're just going to go into kind of a modified jumping jack, or you can go ahead and do that full jumping jack. About 10 more seconds. And just bring again into that kind of that side lunge. Just want to make sure we get that heart rate up just a little bit, you guys. All right, bring it down. All right, our first block. We're going to go through 2 different exercises. You're going to grab a medium weight dumbbell. We're going to have a goblet squat. So feet are pointed straight ahead. Dumbbell is close to your chest. You're just gonna squat down like you're sitting in a chair. And then we're gonna have a reverse lunge. So all we're gonna do is alternate that right leg and that left leg, okay? We'll just keep this dumbbell here, okay? But then during that 10-second break, feel free to bring it down, grab your breath and kind of get set up for that reverse lunge. I'm already out of breath. The heck? All right, we're going about 10 seconds. Grab that medium weight dumbbell. We have 4 minutes of work. It's gonna go by quick, you guys. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Goblet squat. It's only 20 seconds. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're resting here, but we're getting set up for that reverse lunge. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Nice job, you guys. Couple more seconds. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Resting here, 10 seconds. Going back into that goblet squat. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Goblet squat. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be sweating. I'm already hot. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds here. We're gonna go into that reverse lunge. Catch your breath. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Reverse lunge. Keep your chest proud. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds of rest. We're gonna go back into that goblet squat. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back in those heels. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Resting here, but we're gonna get set up for that reverse lunge. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Resting here. Going back into that goblet squat. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So Tabatas are a lot of cardio with that strength. So you guys probably will feel a little more out of breath. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, you guys. This is our last one here. Into that reverse lunge. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Work, nice work. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Grab your drink. This is your minute break. We're going to go through our next block, 2 exercises. For this one, we're going to be on the floor. Grab your medium weights. We're going to go through a push press. A floor press first. So feet are flat on the ground, elbows are close to my sides, and I'm just going to push those dumbbells up, just like that, okay? So it's like a narrow grip chest press, okay? We've done those before. Then you're gonna sit up, keep those legs straight, keep your back nice and tall. And we're just gonna go into that overhead press, okay? But we're gonna be seated. You can keep your dumbbells this way if it's a little bit easier on your shoulders, okay? Those are our two exercises. Keep your light weights next to you in case you have to go down, just because we don't have a lot of time between them. So we're gonna start with that narrow grip chest press. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1, pushing up. Keep your back flat to your mat. Even though we are going through quick timing, I don't want you guys to be rushing through the exercise, okay? Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna sit up here. Legs are going to be nice and straight. My back is nice and straight. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. I'm engaging my core the entire time, okay? So this is definitely more of a core exercise along with those shoulders. We have a horizontal and a vertical press here. So we're getting that chest, those shoulders, and those triceps here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Lean back. Let's get ready for that narrow grip chest press in 3, 2, and 1. Keeping those elbows close to your side, that's gonna kind of ignite those triceps here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're sitting up. I'm gonna grab my lighter weights. All right, legs are straight, back is nice and tall. In 3, 2, and 1, we're pushing up. Keep that core tight. Don't round out your back here. Kind of really push into that sit bone. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go back to that narrow grip chest press. Back is flat up against your mat in 3, 2, and 1. Drive it up. So with Tabatas, you don't have to use our heaviest weights, right? Because we are doing a lot of reps and it is more of like an endurance-y cardio workout. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, we're sitting up nice and tall. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Drive them up. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. Catch your breath here. I'm going to catch my breath here. All right, you guys, narrow grip chest press in 3, 2, and 1. Push your belly button into your spine. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're sitting up here. This is our last one here. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Press it up. Guys, feeling that in your triceps? I know I am. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, you guys. Grab your drink. We have that 1-minute break. We're going to go into our next block. 2 exercises. We're going to have a deadlift, and then we're going to go into a front hold with a march, okay? You're going to take those medium weight dumbbells. You're going to go into that deadlift. So shoulders are rolled back and down, slight bend in those knees. You're going to bring it down into that deadlift, okay? That's your first exercise. Don't rush through it. And then we're going to go into a front hold with a march. You're going to bring those dumbbells up to your shoulders. Palms are facing me, okay? And all we're going to do, we're going to hold our core tight and we're just going to march in place, okay? That is our 2 exercises. We have about 20 seconds before we get started. I'm going to grab my drink of water. All right, 10 seconds, you guys. We're going to start with that deadlift. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Sliping in those knees. Bring it down. Squeezing those glutes. Don't rush through it. Keep your shoulders down. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds. And then we're going to go into that march. Dumbbells up, palms facing me. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Just marching. Nice and slow. Keep your core engaged. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right. A little break here. Back to those deadlifts. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Sliping in those knees. Keep your back nice and flat here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're going to go into that carry or that march. Palms facing forward. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Keep that core nice and tight. Make sure your back is nice and tall. Make sure your chest is nice and proud. Make sure you're not leaning over. And you're landing on those heels. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds of rest. Going back into that deadlift. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Squeeze. Squeeze. Nice job, you guys. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Little break here, and we're going to go back into that march. Dumbbells are up. Palms are facing forward. Here we go. We're marching it out. Nice and slow. Get that knee up to your hip height if you can. Nice job. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're going to go back into that deadlift. This is all hamstrings and glutes here, you guys. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Deadlift. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. This is our last one here, palms facing out. We're going to go into that march. Your challenge here is to not rotate your core at all, okay? So anti-rotation with that core. Bring it up. Keep it nice and straight. I should see both of your hips, and they're not going side to side. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Grab your water. We have our little break here. The next 2 exercises are going to be a bent over row and then a renegade row. For the renegade row, use a lighter weight dumbbell. Usually I would say go a little heavier on those, but today we're going to keep it a little bit lighter. This is all backs, thighs, this is all your pull muscles. And we're gonna just fire them up here. So you're gonna go into that bent over row, sliding in those knees, hinging at the hip. You're bringing those dumbbells back straight to those pockets. If you had pockets on those leggings, and then you're gonna have that renegade row. You can go down on your knees if you need to. We're just gonna drive those dumbbells straight back, okay? We've done these a million times. And we're gonna do a million and one. All right, you guys, here we go. We're gonna go in 10 seconds. Let's get set up. Bent over row, shoulders roll back and down. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge. Drive them back. Nice work. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. You can bring it down to the mat. We'll go ahead and get set up here. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. That renegade row. Make sure your hands are directly below your shoulders here. Try not to rotate your hips. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna come back to our feet here. We have that bent over row. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge. Back stays flat. Nice work. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Set those dumbbells down. We're gonna go down to the mat. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Renegade row. Nice job, you guys. Stay strong here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Back to your feet. This one's tough. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Hinging, bent over row. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Set those dumbbells down. Make sure whenever you're coming up and down with your dumbbells in your hand, you're going down with your, like into a squat. You're not leaning over like that with your back. Always protecting that low back. We're in that renegade row. You're having a hard time with any stabilization or you're rotating, just widen out those feet. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Stand it back up. I tell you what, these two exercises can't be done quick enough. Kind of over these. All right, you guys, bent over row. Here we go. We're going. I don't even have time to talk during these Tabatas. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, last time here. Renegade row. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Drive it back. Our last set, or this last exercise of this 4-minute block. Squeeze that core. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, we are in block number 5. We have 2 more blocks, you guys. That's it. We're going to go into a dumbbell Russian twist and then a dumbbell plank pull through. You guys have done these again a million times, but Russian twist, slightly lean back, side to side. Okay, with that dumbbell, medium weight, you can bring those feet up a little bit if you want an added challenge, making sure you're leaning back with your core. And then your plank pull through, you're going to go into that plank position. And we're just going to be bringing that dumbbell, taking that left hand, bringing it to that left side. Right hand goes under, bringing that right hand through and putting that dumbbell on the other side. All right, you guys. 2 more blocks. 4 minutes, 8 minutes total of work. We got this. All right. We're going in 7 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Russian twist. Hang in there. You guys are either going to love these workouts or hate them, but Tabata has always been a fan favorite in any classes I've ever taught. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to get ready for that plank pull through. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Pull it through. Keep your butt low, booty low. Hand is directly below those shoulders. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, flip it over. Back to that Russian twist. Let's get set up. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Side to side. Try to think who said that they loved Russian twists. Was that Erica? I think that was Erica. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. If it was Erica, then this is for you, Erica. This block is for you. All right, plank pull throughs. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Pull it through. Nice job, nice job. Hang in there. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're going back to those Russian twists. I always thought it'd be really fun to create a workout, like a group effort workout, Russian twists. And what I mean by that is, like, you tell me your favorite exercise. Like, everybody says, like, okay, I love this. And then we just make a workout with all of everybody's favorite exercises. So if you guys want to do that, let me know. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to that plank pull through. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Pull it through. Keep your core engaged. Don't rotate those hips. Booty low. I was really surprised at how many people told me they love planks. I feel like a year ago when we started, bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. I feel like everybody like hated planks. But what happens is we get better at them. And now we like them because they're not as hard. All right, you guys, here we go. Russian twist. I need to start putting like push-ups in these workouts because I hate push-ups, but hey, I'm human. I try to avoid that crap or that shit as much as I can. But I do have to put them in there sometimes. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, plank pull through. This is our last one here. And then we are going on to our last block. You guys are going to love this one. All right, pull it through. So after we're done with this plank pull through, I want you guys to get a drink of water and catch your breath. This last block is a nice little finisher. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, grab a drink of water, catch your breath, say a prayer. We're all gonna need it. Okay, 2 exercises. Last 4 minutes of this workout. We have a dumbbell squat to curl to press, and then we have alternating snatches. So what it looks like, medium weight dumbbells, you're going to squat, curl, press, okay? That's the first exercise. Then you're going to take just one of the weights and we're going alternate snatch on both sides, okay? 20 seconds. We are going to be sweating, probably breathing a little heavy. I will do the best I can with counting you down and talking, but who knows? If I fall over, I love you guys. It was nice knowing you. Someone else will have to take over the challenge. I vote Candace. I think she can do it. I think any of you guys can do it, but all right, you guys, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Squat, curl, press. Squat, sit back in those heels, curl, press. Squat, curl, press. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, get rid of one of those dumbbells. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. With those snatches, you're keeping that dumbbell really close to your body, like you're zipping up a jacket. Focus on your breathing here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Little break here before we go back into that squat, curl, press. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Squat, curl, press, squat, curl, and press. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Get ready for those alternating snatches. Whew. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, you guys. Breaking here. I wonder if my neighbors think I'm crazy when I have my windows open. It's kind of funny. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Squat, curl, and press. They probably hear me like leading workouts with you guys. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys. Alternating snatches. Hang in there. Don't give up. Do not stop. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We are on the home stretch. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right. Back to that squat, curl, press. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Squat, curl, and press. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, snatches. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Hang in there, hang in there. Come on, stay strong. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're done. Woo! Awesome work, you guys. Let's stretch it out. Bring that arm across your chest. Let that heart rate come down just a bit before we go bring it down to the mat. All right. You guys will have to tell me how you liked it, how you feel. A lot different than what we're used to doing. Let's bring those hands back. Nice big stretch here. All right, you guys, let's bring it down to our mat. We're gonna go into that kneeling position. Back foot is planted with those toes. Arms are gonna come up, and we're just gonna lean forward with that stretch. So for the next phase, which is coming up pretty quickly here, make sure that you guys get a step. If anybody needs a step and it's just not in their budget, I want you to reach out to me, bring those arms up. I do have an extra one that I would give you. So just let me know. I want to make sure everybody has one. All right, you guys, let's bring it down to our mat completely here. Bring your right leg up. Nice big squeeze. I'm excited about the second phase. I'm excited about the third phase. Depending on if you guys liked the Tabata style, I could throw some of this in there. Bring that right leg across your body. Right arm comes out to the side. You know, there's lots of different classes I could teach. I guess I always have been just kind of, you know, we kind of keep kind of doing the same type of stuff, but I could definitely get creative here. Bring that left leg up. I mean, especially with a step, there's a lot of things you can do. Bring that left leg across your body. I don't know if any of you guys did like step Reebok. I mean, I wouldn't go that crazy, but I'm just like, that's my generation. I feel like some of you guys probably did that too, but I tell you what, I stayed in shape with that thing when I was pregnant with my kids. I did a lot of step Reebok stuff. So funny. I'd get up at like 5 a.m. and I had like a VHS tape. All right, bring it around here. Go ahead, come up to standing. All right, you guys, nice work. Let me know what you think. I definitely love your feedback. Remember to keep doing your trackers, keep making sure you're getting that nutrition dialed in. You know, I don't know how many of you guys like go out to eat a lot, but I have completely stopped going out to eat in the last like almost 2 weeks now. And that has made a huge difference in what the scale says. So that is something to think about, just making your own food and making sure that you're only putting those ingredients in there that are good for you. Because when you go out to eat, sometimes you just don't know what they're using. So just some food for thought. I thought I would share that. It really did make a big difference for me. But have a great day. I will see you guys very, very soon. And I'll check in with you guys probably today or tomorrow. All right, great job.